Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're talking about point slope form in the real world, and I give some good hints here for dealing with word problems. So what you're going to want to do is grab your notebook, pause the video, write this table down. I promise you when you go to start solving word problems, it's really going to help to be able to know when to use which is which. Today we're going to talk about point slope form. So we're going to be talking about this guy right over here. Point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. A good time to use this form is when your word problem you have a rate and a sample point, or you have two different sample points. So we're going to talk about that. You have a rate and a sample point. Now remember, the word rate, you can usually identify your rate when you see the word per. So if you see something per something, that's probably going to be your rate. It's a good indicator. So let's look at number one. A clothing rental company offers unlimited rentals for $39.95 per month. There is a one-time sign-up fee to start this service. 3 months of service is $129.85. Write a linear equation for this scenario. If Sam has $500 in their savings account, do they have enough for 1 year of service? Let's back all the way up. I know you're probably looking at this like word problems are terrible and I never want to do them and this is terrifying. But let's start. So when that happens, remember, you know more than you think you do. And let's start at the beginning of this. The clothing rental company offers an unlimited rentals for $39.95 per month. Hey, I think I said earlier, if you see the word per, that usually means rate. So that's probably something you're going to want to know. So $39.95 per month. That's going to be really helpful. There is a one-time sign-up fee to start this service. 3 months of service is $129.85. I'm gonna highlight that in a different color so we can see. So 3 months is $129.85. $129.85. Okay, so here we have a rate and we have a sample point. For 3 months of service, we have this amount. So our rate is our M, or our slope, right? So I'm gonna say our M is $39.95, and then we have a point, and that point is 3 months is it helps if I write correctly, 129.85. So we have a rate and a point. Let's plug that into our slope intercept form. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So here we go. We've got y minus, and there we go. Don't forget, this is an x, this is a y. So y minus 129.85 equals our rate, which is $39.95, times x minus 3, because that's our x there. Okay, so now at this point, we could just leave it like this, but we can turn this into a linear equation or turn it into point slope form. Alternatively, what we can do is, and so to turn it into point slope form, let's do that first. What we want to do is the first thing, slope intercept form. I think I said point slope form. We got to turn it into slope intercept form. All right, we're going to multiply this times this and this times this, distribute. Words are hard today. Sorry, guys. Y minus 129.85 equals 39.95x minus 119.85. Okay, now, remember, slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So we're trying to get that y by itself. So we're going to add, let me shift down a little bit, 129.85 to both sides, plus 129.85 to both sides. That gives us y equals 39.95x minus 10, or plus 10, sorry, plus 10. Okay, so this is what we know now. When we're talking about slope intercept form, our rate is our M and our B is our starting point or our fixed amount. What we now know is that $10 is the fixed amount. Remember we said there's a one-time sign-up fee to start this service? That is $10. You have to pay $10 and then you have to pay $39.95 per month. So the second part of this question says, if Sam has $500 in their savings account, do they have enough for 1 year of service? Well, that means we could do two things. We could see if we have enough if we have $500, or we know that our X here, and this is a good practice. Coming back up here, let's take a look at this. And let me back up on this. So on our X here, remember that was 3 and that was months. It's a good idea to establish what your X and your Y are. So your X, remember, is 3, which is months. And then our Y was our total, because you can see 129.85. Y equals total. So in a 1 year, there are 12 months. So if we plug in 12 for here and it's less than $500, then Sam has enough money to have 1 year of service. So Y equals $39.95 times 12 plus 10. Okay, had to find my calculator for that one. Sorry, guys. $39.95 times 12 gives us so Y equals $479.40 plus $10. So what that is Y equals $489.40, and that's just under the $500 Sam has saved in their account. So yes, Sam can afford this 1 year of this rental service. Okay, remember at the beginning I said it's good, point slope form is good if you have a rate and a sample point, or if you have 2 sample points. Let's talk about what happens when you have 2 sample points. Okay, for a sample point, or for 2 sample points, try words. All right. A local animal shelter has an adoption fee that is paid one time. After the adoption, the owner must pay for dog food each month. After 3 months, the owner has paid $235, and after 1 year, the owner has paid $685. Write a linear equation for this scenario, and then how much does the owner need for dog food for each month? Okay, so let's back up. We're not going to panic. We know more than we think we do. First things first, we see some numbers that we can identify in here. So for 3 months, it is $235. And then we see for 1 year, it is $685. So we actually have 2 points here. We have, the first one is 3 and $235. And remember, 3 is the months, right? So we're going to write months here. And then this is our total that they've paid. Okay. So for these guys now, our next one says 1 year and then $685. Now, 1 year, you got to be real careful here. You don't want to put a 1 because remember our X is our months. So we're going to say 12 months is $685. All right, now we are given 2 points here. So awesome. When we are given 2 points on a linear equation, we can use our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, I am a visual person, so I like to stack my points and think of it like this. This minus this equals this minus this. So we've got, I'm going to write it over here, 685 minus 235 over, and it's important you stay in the same order, so I don't want to say 3 minus 12. I've got to say 12 minus 3. Good. When we do that, we get $450 over 9. That's going to give us a total of 50 for our slope. Okay, so now that we have our slope, that's our rate, right? We can use our point slope form, which again is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. All right, when you use your point slope form, you can use either point. I just grabbed the first one because that's pretty typical. Remember, this is your x, this is your y. So we're going to say, okay, y minus 235 equals our m, which is 50, times x minus 3. All right, let's put this into slope intercept form, which again is y equals mx plus b, because when we get it in that form, we will know our rate and we will know our starting amount. So we've got to distribute first in order to do that. So we get y minus 235 equals 50x minus 150. Add 235 to both sides, 235. We get y equals 50x plus 85. So what this tells us now is our rate, which is $50. And again, rate is per. If you hear the word per, you know it's probably a rate. So $50 per something. And if you look back, we determined, oh, right, our X is month. So $50 per month. And then our starting fee was $85. So that means that that our owner had to pay $85 to adopt this dog, and then they pay $50 per month for their food. So when we look at the second part of this equation, how much does the owner need for dog food each month? The owner needs $50 per month because we take our 50 and we multiply it by the number of months plus that initial $85, and that gives us our total like we've been doing up here. Hope this helps. Look forward to seeing you next time.